Imagine waking up at 5 a.m. to a crowded and buzzing city that is ready to start the day. People are waking up early to set up their stalls at the market to try to earn a living. Others are preparing food to sell to the busy commuters. Or imagine waking up at 4 a.m. to a beautiful horizon, waiting for the sun to rise so you could start your day on the field. Within this busy or quiet place lays a beautiful place called Cambodia. Cambodia, a forgotten country that lies in Southeast Asia without any recognition, has so much to offer, such as its rich culture of painting, dancing, and music. But many people still do not know what Cambodia is nor where it is located. It still remains as one of the poorest and undeveloped countries in Southeast Asia. The impact of the Khmer Rouge, who were communist Cambodians, and the infamous legacy of the Vietnam War still lingers on the development of Cambodia. The war and genocide of the killing fields left the people of Cambodia with buildings that need to be rebuilt and wounds that need to be healed. Elders that were tortured by the Khmer Rouge remain with scars that are left to remind them that Cambodia has come a long way and we should move forward towards a better future. The bombings from the United States and the development of the Communist Party that drove Cambodians to the killing fields deteriorated the people's spirit, values, and cultures. But even through those hardships, Cambodia still thrives with a passion to rebuild its nation and have a positive outlook towards the future. Cambodia has changed since the war, but people who know about Cambodia will portray it as being a poor, aggressive, and cold country. The first time I traveled to Cambodia was during year 2000. Cambodia was still trying to recover from its past. The first impression of certain parts of the capital city, Phnom Penh, would give people the idea that this country has nothing to offer. But Cambodia has more to offer than what it is portrayed as. For example, the heart of Cambodia lies in the temples of Angkor. One of the temples is Angkor Wat, a temple that was built as the capital city for King Suryavarman II. King Suryavarman II wanted to create a replica of Mount Mera, the home of the god in Indian mythology. Angkor Wat was a religious temple dedicated to Vishnu, a replica of the universe in stone. It represents an earthly model of the cosmic world. It later became a Buddhist temple. It is the symbol of Cambodia and one of the main tourist attractions. The layout of Angkor Wat was influenced by Indian architecture and mythology. The temple consists of a central tower that rises from the center of the monument, symbolizing Mount Mera, and 5 towers which represent the peak of Mount Mera. The temples consist of numerous galleries of Buddhas and goddesses sculptures surrounding each level of the temple. The galleries include carvings on the wall that tell stories and myths of the Cambodian Empire and legends from the Indian mythology. Angkor Wat is not the only temple in the city of Angkor. Angkor has other divisions such as Angkor Thom, Siasai, Bayon, and Saprom. Each of the temples were built by different kings to leave their legacy behind. The second best temple in my opinion is Angkor Thom, translated as Big Angkor. Angkor Thom was the last city that thrived until 1609 when it was abandoned. Its features are different from Angkor Wat. Angkor Thom was built with many faces of the Bayon, who resembled the king of that century, Jayavarman VII. It is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. Each detail in carvings and sculptures throughout the temples represents the history of Cambodia when it was in its glory days, showing its most unique and exquisite moments. Angkor Wat is greatly influenced by Apsara, who are beautiful young women that master the art of dancing. Carvings and sculptures of Apsaras are present in almost every temple in Angkor. Even one of the most important Cambodian dances is called Classical Apsara Ballet. It was revived in the 15th century. The Classical Apsara dance is a stunningly graceful, 2,000-year-old blend of sinuous hand gestures and sinuous body movements, all deep with meaning. The hand gestures and dance movements have not changed since the 15th century. Many of the hand movements are used to tell a story, having significance with each stroke. Cambodia's beauty is not only shown with the city of Angkor, but with its cultures and traditions. Cambodian music consists of folk, classical, and popular music. The popular music is divided into 2 categories, Rambong and Rambak. Rambong is usually a slow rhythm music, while Rambak is a folk-style music. The instruments that are used in the music consist of wind, percussion, and drum instruments. Most of the instruments are uncommon to the U.S. The music is very important to Cambodian culture. It involved with every aspect of life, including working in a city or the countryside, family gatherings, weddings, and celebrations. That Ambong music is commonly listened in the countryside and cities. During celebrations such as weddings, many Cambodians form a circle and dance using simple hand strokes imitating the apsaras. Cambodia will portray itself as being a poor and cold country, but if you look at the simple things it has to offer, it is one of the most beautiful countries. I never knew much about my parents' background and their history. My first impression of Cambodia involved it being a very poor country and lack of sources that I was used to, such as toilets and air conditioning. Once I met my far relatives and the civilians that were eager to show me their culture, I began to change my perception. Cambodia may still lack many resources, and the infrastructure may not be as developed as the U.S., but its cultures and hospitality goes beyond the physical features of the country. The rich history that lies in the city of Angkor, the stories that elders recite to the younger generation, and the love and warmth the country offers to its people and tourists make this country even